All right, Art, thanks so much for joining me. It's always exciting when the schedule comes out, and we knew going in that the Steelers had the toughest strength of schedule based on the opponent's 2020 record. So taking an overview look at it in terms of travel, division play, what are your overall thoughts?
You know, Missi, I would say that all things considered, I don't have too many complaints. Maybe the only complaint I have is playing the Sunday night game out in California, which they seem to like to put us on the game with the Chargers as a night game more often than not. So, that's probably the only one I'd have a little complaint about. But, certainly we start out with I think 4 of our first 6 at home, which is always nice to get started at home. But there's some tough parts in there. Going up to Buffalo week 1, it'll be a challenge, and so it is a challenging schedule, no question about it.
Specifically, when you look at that back end, so many on the road. You mentioned kind of starting with that Chargers game, Sunday Night Football, but the division play, and we know that that's common and how the league likes to do it. That does appear to be a tough stretch.
There's no question. It's a tough finishing stretch, and we'll have to be ready to make a run by then. That's for sure.
All right, fans have been very vocal since they found out that week 1 will be on the road. They don't like not having the kicking off the season at Heinz Field. Is that starting to get to you now that this will be 7 years starting on the road and not being able to start at home?
Well, certainly we'd like to start at home one of these years, but there are a lot of different factors that go into it, and so we'll just have to say we need a lot of Steeler fans to travel up to Buffalo week 1.
All right, heading into the schedule, the Steelers are slated for the max of 5 games, primetime games going in. 3 are at home, 2 are on the road. You mentioned the one in LA already. What are your overall thoughts of having the max and 3 of them being at home?
Well, certainly, if you have to have them, you'd rather have them at home. I think one good thing is they are kind of spread out, so that helps. It's kind of a mixed bag. Obviously, the night games are a little tougher for the fans, but we also get the benefit of a big national audience, and our fans around the country get to tune in. So, we'll take as many primetime games as we can get, all things considered.
All right, once the schedule's announced, I know the behind-the-scenes planning starts. Are you able to share any peeks of what 2021 might look like in terms of special themes or things happening at Heinz Field or even uniforms this year?
Well, we'll certainly have a color rush game, and we'll identify that one soon. Once we digest the whole schedule. But one of the fun things I think we know we'll be scheduling this year will be to welcome our Hall of Famers back to receive their Hall of Fame rings, and then of course we'll induct another class of the Steelers Hall of Honor players, and so a lot of activity certainly that will be spread throughout the season, where we'll be welcoming back a number of different great Steelers who are being recognized. So that part will be a lot of fun, I think.
All right, a lot to look forward to. I know we talked about it last year, but the Hall of Fame game appears like it will finally happen this season. What does it mean to the Steelers organization? It obviously is kicking off a very special weekend, but being the first game played during the 2021 season.
Yeah, well, it's nice to have a preseason. Let's put it that way. I think it's an important part of our schedule, an important part of player development. And so, having the first game of the year, certainly playing the Cowboys, anytime the Steelers and the Cowboys get together, it's always an attention grabber. And so I think it'll be a good way to get the season started. And we'll be the first ones out of the box this year, which is always interesting.
Okay, Art, thanks for your time. Really appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Missy.